Hey everybody, wow, this is interesting. Looks like you all have been chatting already. Is that possible to do? I didn't know that was possible. Hello everybody, how are things going? Welcome to Zenny62. Sorry I'm a little tardy tonight, but I just wanted to make sure I had all of my ducks in a row before I got started. Plus, I'm behind on the matter of taking care of shares reporting. Hey, John Marks, how you doing? And hope everybody here has had a fantastic Monday. It's what, 2 days before the 4th of July. I'm gonna get out something. I'm gonna get something out the way before I talk about DeMarcus Cousins, and uh, which is absolutely exciting. And it's so funny to see so many people just massively pissed off with the Warriors. It just. By the way, another triple shares night. I'm gonna get this off my chest because it bothers me, and it should not happen. But it. I don't know if Joseph Bensman's around because Joseph the other night, one of our loyal viewers, welcome by the way if you're a first timer, and welcome if you're not. He asked, "Hey, can we do more politics, more political discussion, right?" And I said, I'm not really hot for that, okay? Um, and so, if you're watching DeMarcus Cousins, welcome. By the way, Barry Lee, if you're here, and I believe you are, I don't see that you are. I was going to say, if you tweet this out, tweet out hashtag Livestream, hashtag NBA free agency, hashtag NBA, hashtag Oakland. Okay. I think that'll do it because I'm about to put out my own hashtag right now. Um, and I'm going to do that. Put out my own tweet with hashtags right now is what I should have said. Uh, and boom. Hold on a second. Hashtag NBA. Hashtag live stream. Hashtag NBA free agency. Okay. Hashtag Oakland. Hashtag. I think I'll. Why not? Hashtag. Because we may be talking about Las Vegas, Las Vegas. No, we are going to be talking about Las Vegas. There. Okay. So that's gone. All right. And for good measure, I am going to do something else before. I'm going to type out Las Vegas weather forecast. Las Vegas weather. And I'm going to type that because of the possibility of something I will tell you about in one moment, and that has to do with something called a monsoon. Okay, and yeah, so that is, I believe we're now in place there. Yeah, and so let me go back, and the other reason I'm hesitating is this is hard to talk about, but I'm going to. Okay. There was a fellow that was one of our, for a time, loyal viewers. His name was Joseph Bonowitz. That was not his name on the stream. Okay. John Bonowitz, Jon John Bonowitz, and he uh, was one of our investors, and I think he he put some money in. A number of people put, I think, a total of 4,000. He still has the shares. I haven't done anything weird. But when we would talk about political issues, okay, um, when we talk about political issues, I'm a Democrat. I'm not only an Obama supporter, I personally know the president. The president got me on the White House press list, so I owe a lot to Barack Obama, right? And anyway, we had one of our many conversations, and then, as many of you know, I will give you an unvarnished view of the world from my position and I'll talk about race as a mental illness, and all that stuff, right? So, okay, I sent out an email to you all who are on the list about the Mark Davis piece that I wrote, okay? And I get this back from him, and I'm just going to show you what I got. I'm going to show you the process here because I want to share this, okay? This is what I originally sent out, right? Okay, Mark Davis, Las Vegas Stadium barbecue slab, and Oakland Raiders fans face, okay? I forgot to, there's certain people don't want to be on the email, I understand. I forgot to clear them out. So he, rather than ignoring it or putting me on some sort of block, he responds back, I think I asked you at least 5 times to take me off your email list. How much clearer do I need to be? I would have backed you to the end of the road, but your page turned into nothing more than silly race baiting wah. BS, take me off, okay? That's what he wrote. Now, I thought, what? He didn't need to write that. Because first I was just going to ignore it like whatever he sent before I ignored. And this time, because I thought it was happened to look at and thought it was inappropriate, I decided to respond back. And I wrote, did not intend to send, but since you replied and made that statement, my recollection of your take was that you refused to learn about someone else's walk who's black. Try changing, we do you some good, okay? So, he responded back. He says, but you did send, so stop sending. He says, when you have zero evidence of racism and go and say someone is racist, and even as a whole organization, SF Chronicle, anyone, and the SF Chronicle was racist toward me, is racist due to not giving you credit on an article. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Okay, it's more than not crediting me credit. It's not they didn't give me credit on an article. They actually didn't name me. And anytime I share that with people, they're like, that's really weird. Okay, so yeah, anyone black will tell you that's racist. Don't like it? Too bad. Now, moving along. Then he says here. So I said, and then he says, which is really weird. Okay, this is the weird part. Okay, all right. That's what he writes. Then he writes this. Was it racist of Obama to rid the law books of habeas corpus? Was it racist under Obama? The prison population exploded. Sound some good, dude. You are a big time racist. Now goodbye and leave the the crutch at the door of deleted list or something like that. Okay. Now, no, he's writing all this. I had no idea he had this in mind, and I'm like, okay, this is really weird. All right. So then I responded back like this. I said, look, you elected to mention race. Now talk about Obama. Look, this is really disturbing about you. And I'm going to share it publicly on my channel. You have the issue about race. And I'm really sorry my channel attracted a person like you. You could have elected not to respond, but not only did you not do that, you dived into complete tropes that show you have an issue with anyone black. This is scary and must be talked about. You also elected to basically ping a blogger. Not a good thing to do. But this is not cool on your part. You have the right to your own view as I do, but then I'm not sure what your view is other than to be racist and then say that I am racist for talking about the problem of race. Sorry, but I have to do this, Zenny, okay? Then he writes, take me off your list and do not contact me again, okay? And so I wrote back, did not intend to start with. I said that. Please stop responding, okay? And so I told John Marks about it, okay? All right, that's nuts. That's nuts. Apparently I've attracted a person. He's actually lives in Sacramento, and he's a sales consultant for an automobile parts organization, okay? But apparently I attracted a person who was drawn to talking about, I guess, the whole issue of the Raiders moving to Las Vegas, but didn't want to hear about me. In other words, he didn't want to hear my perspective on anything. I don't mind that he disagrees with it, but I present this out publicly because it provides a microcosm, okay, of the problems in the United States that some face at a time when interracially, we're really, really well mixed than ever. It's on commercials and everything else, right? But you have some people, apparently like John, who just can't handle someone talking about an issue that's black or whatever. And he says that I'm race baiting. Well, look, Sunday night on CNN, what was on but American Jails? A movie, a CNN movie. And it was about basically the mass incarceration of black men. Folks, we have a problem. And if you don't want black folks to talk about the problem, the best thing to do is to stop the problem of racism. Racism is a mental illness, okay? John has to recognize that. He can't be upset about it. He can't be upset with me for talking about it, and he can't want to escape it. I don't psychologically understand what goes on in his head that he has to get, really upset about my talking about this or anybody else. That's like me getting upset about, I don't know, somebody else's walk in life or whatever issue or problem they may have. That's wrong. It's basically saying, if I did that, it would be my saying to you, I don't want to hear your story. We have movies, television, everyone is telling their story. We have black women talking about being the only black person in the workplace, which I've been for decades, okay? But now they're starting to not fear to tell their stories about how they're treated. Something that should have been done 20 years ago, all right? We had a revolution in communication, and it starts at a time when people, as you can see by this, are in some cases talking past each other. The good news is it's not all of society. Again, you have what I call the new middle, heavily interracial, heavily mixed. Everyone's interested in culture. They're not trying to say, hey, assimilate. In other words, you have your differences. Maybe you speak French. Maybe you know Croatian. I'm interested in that. Maybe you're Celtic, you have a certain dance. I want to know about that. I hope you want to know about my walk in life too. We're all different. It's not so what, it's like, oh yeah, okay? It's like, yes, all right? That's not race baiting. That's a conversation that you should always have. It should be standard. So I say this to you, John. I really think you need to stop, look at your life, and say, why am I not happy with myself in life? Because if you're not happy with yourself, you can't be happy with anybody else. Anybody else. But what bothers me is that I seem to have attracted, for whatever reason, some people who they just wanted to present their point of view, which happened to be from my position, in some cases anti-black, but they didn't want me to say that. Okay? So I'm like, gee, all right. Anyway, I'm getting that off my chest. I got it off my chest. I mentioned it. And now I'll go to look at your comments and conversation and, and move forward, okay? So there. And Barry Lee pointed out something quite accurate. Barry Lee writes, and just now he says, Barry Lee, this is a great comment I want to highlight. Barry Lee says, like this, Barry Lee says, no one forced John to even watch your streams. And John Mark says, that's right, Barry. Hey, Barry Lee, Barry Strong. And the Real Gamer says, that's true. Yeah, that's right. No one told him, I didn't know the man. I didn't say, oh, man, come on and tune in. I'm happy he watched, but I'm also quite unhappy that he had this point of view. I had ignored it until now, Because, see, my thought is, hey, if he is that angry, is he going to take a poke at me or something? Is he crazy like that? In this day and age, I have the right to think that. That's what I'm saying to you, John. You know what? Really, you need to just take a chill pill, 10 steps back and say, why did I do that? And apologize. Okay? You probably never will do that, but I really think that's the best move in life. I have made this public, okay? As I make as much of my life public as possible because of this reason. We all have our trials and tribulations and walks. It's great to talk about them, okay? No one out there is alone. We're all in this together. We all suffered the Raiders relocation issue together. We were all talking about DeMarcus Cousins tonight. uh, the Mr. Benzman's probably concerned that his Knicks could have had LeBron. And with that, I will get to your comments, okay? And so Jimmy T says NBA is ruined. Jimmy T is coming in. Welcome, Jimmy T. John Mark says, one love, Oakland Raider Nation. And John Mark says, we got your back, Z. Thank you, Mr. Marks. I appreciate that. Hey, I want to ask this question. I'm going to read some other comments, and then I'll come back. Malcontent, if I miss something you guys are dying to put out, please copy it and repaste it, okay? And I'll read it, all right? Cowboy Wrestler says, John Marks, well, every time I think of Dallas in the 80s, I think of the show Dallas. Me too. The show pretty much tells how DFW was in the late 70s and 80s. Nothing but oil barons. Ms. Zeitgeist, how you doing, Ms. Zeitgeist? Ms. Zeitgeist says, Bob Myers is playing 3D chess while all the other NBA GMs are playing hungry hippos. I like that. Corey Brown says, no matter what one may think, there's always someone to complain about it. That is true. That is true. That is very true. John Mark says, laugh out loud to Ms. Zeitgeist. And Predator Kingdom says, John Marks, yep, August 10th, Lions versus Raiders at the Coliseum. Ooh, that's going to be an intense game. Video Gamer 12 says, I feel like this is our own opinions, but in a way that a newspaperson would say it, that's my own opinion. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, you know, and I'm really an advocate of what I call authentic news. And authentic news is knowing what a person's bias is. And I say it for this reason. There's no such thing as an unbiased journalist. That person does not exist. The bias is checked out the moment that person elects to cover a story. Because the question is, well, why did you want to cover the White House? Why do you want to cover this? Why do you want to cover sports, right? Assuming, of course, you get the job. I mean, how many times we've heard about the first female, like Julie Bueller, my friend, who's the first female sportscaster or sports commentator who had her own show, to have her own show on the West Coast, right? She was very proud of that. But that tells about her value structure. Everyone has a value structure. And as people, we have the right to know what that value structure is. That's why YouTube is so cool. That's why the rise of the vlogger influencer is so magnificent. And that's why I feel like I've been doing my rise the wrong way. Because I don't want to go on a rant. I want to get you back to your comments. But because I think that the media of the future is an authentic media. You know, you know where I'm coming from. You know where I stand. I stated, I know where you're coming from. You know where you stand. We have a conversation. I report what I see. And if something is wrong, I say, look, I was wrong. That's it. It's simple. Okay. So Drop by me says there's no wrong answers in journalism. I like that one. And see, my background's not in journalism. It's urban planning. And by the way, the reason why I hold the view that I do is in part because of actions like the SF Gate not showing who I am and saying, hey, look, this is Zinni Abraham next to Ruby Shaff, and they left me out of it deliberately. And it was because I was black. Because even if I was the same person, I've seen countless number of times where they treat someone white differently. When I was on SF Gate, City Brights, they would promote people who, there's one particular person I won't mention, and redhead white woman. During that time, I had generated not only more traffic than any other City Brights blogger, but I generated more traffic for sfgate.com than any other thing on the damn site. Okay? Anything. Phil Bronstein, who was an executive editor at the time, brought me into his office. We were going to do an interview. That's why he brought me in the office, because I was going to interview him. It's on my YouTube channel here. And he said, you know, your name came up in our meeting. Big Boss brought your name up. Okay, I didn't know who the Big Boss was, right? And Big Boss is Stephen Schwartz. And he says, they have a spreadsheet. And he says, who's Zinni Abraham? And you were at the top of the list. And I said, what list is this? What are you talking about, Phil? He goes, our traffic list. You generated more traffic than even the Daily Dish, which was their highest traffic generating section of their organization, okay? Me. I did that within the first 5 months of blogging. All right, because I have a certain technique, and basically, I got Stefan Schwartz's job as chief executive officer of Hearst Corporation. At the time, he was just head of the news division. Okay, so he owes me. As far as I'm concerned, he owes me. But had I been white, I would have been knighted. They would have found a place for me. Oh, hey, the treatment would have been different. And those are the examples. So what Joseph wrote, which I just read for the first time tonight in full, it's kind of like, dude, really? There's a full story behind that. Now, okay, you guys are having this great conversation. I'm going to go back and see what I missed. I like James. Oh yeah, James. Yeah, John Mark says, I think John Bonowitz's butt hurt. Just let it go, John. There you go. Let it go, John. Vic, Video Gamer says, you guys know so much that I don't. It's kind of funny to me. Well, actually, I think Video Gamer 12, you might know some things that we don't know. And I'd like to find out more about what they are, and I think we will if we pay attention. Malcontent says, hey, Rob Iman, you're mostly right, but be careful not to conflate journalism with commentary. But interesting, Malcontent. Consider this. The biggest field of journalism right now is news commentary. If you watch CNN, my mom gets pissed off over it, and she goes, why do they have this on? Why do they have that on? I say, well, Mom, it's to get you to talk about them, right? Okay, that's huge. Joseph Bensman says there's no such thing as unbiased anything. Look at the Supreme Court Justice Kennedy and his son at Deutsche Bank. Yikes. Great point. Great point. Great point. John Marks informs us that J.R. Ewing is the oil baron from the TV show Dallas in the 80s, who was Larry Hagman. Larry Hagman is one of the best actors of our time. I don't know if you've ever seen Primary Colors, where he plays an opponent to John Travolta's character, who is basically modeled after President Clinton. If you have an occasion, watch Primary Colors. Larry Hagman, outstanding. He was nominated for an Oscar for that one. And he's passed away since. And John Marks mentions Mary Crosby, who I wanted to marry if I had the chance, and who didn't, right? Video Gamer 12 says, I feel like this is our own opinions. I got that comment. So, okay, so I've got those, and now I'm moving forward. And Black Lion Supreme writes, the interagency of any news outlet by the way they source their information. True. Malcontent says, hi, Rob Iman, and I got that one. Let me see, moving forward. And Predator Kingdom says, Kristen Shepard shot JR. People who are spending all summer trying to figure that out, I knew it all along. Hey, I didn't. I thought it was Sue Ellen. I was certain Sue Ellen did it. Absolutely certain. Cowboy Wrestler says, John Marks, oh my God, I feel so old remembering that. I'll be 56 August 4th. Great. Okay, I don't know how old I look. How old do I look? But the whole point is, hey, you're as old as you feel, you're as young, whatever. You know. I was about to toss out some cliche. Video Gamer says, that's cool, but no one knew it but you. Video Gamer says, I feel young because I am, plus I don't know any of these shows. Video Gamer, what do you watch? Just want to know. And do you watch it on a smartphone? John Mark says, that only goes to show you how old I am, 49. I got all you guys beat, guys and gals. And this is fun. And so Corey says, who all is thumbing the theme song from Dallas? Humming? It goes like this. Well, okay. What I was about to hum is actually the station break. It would go bum 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 bum. That was the station break. That's what I remember. And Video Game says you don't know who Dallas is? Video Gamer Girl does not know who Dallas is, all right? Dallas went like this, okay? Okay, I can't play the music for copyright reasons, but it went like this. kind of like that. And then it finishes with whatever. You get the idea. There's your theme. All right. There's Dallas. Okay. It was a memorable theme song. Yes. And hey, Emil Scott, how you doing? Welcome. And let's see here. Cowboy Wrestler says, Rob Ivan, speaking of Dynasty, my God, whatever happened to Heather Locklear? Oh, isn't that sad? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. I'll get back to that when, you know, that's horrible. And then Blake Carrington, yeah, that's horrible, 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 horrible. And John Mark says Dallas was on it's 10 p.m. on CBS Eastern. It was 9 p.m. Central. Dallas was a big reason why I went to Texas Arlington. You heard it here first. I admit it. I went down, picked UTA sight unseen because I was a Dallas fan, man. Video Gamer says, I don't know what I watch. And John Alcala says he's 58. Hey, someone's older than I am. Well, Steve Lacy was 60, so there you go. I haven't seen Steve in a while. Bob Iman says, last time I've seen Heather Locklear was on Spin City. I walked in on a party. I walked into a Spin City party unknowingly. That was, I was covering the Oscars like 4 years ago. John Mark says, I know the theme of Dallas and Friday nights. Joseph Binsman writes, I have moved over to MSNBC the last few years from CNN. Still watch CNN and like a few people there, but CNN tries to be the middle of the seesaw network. Can't work, especially in these times. Yeah, it is an interesting tightrope to walk, but I think CNN does it well. Plus, CNN has my boy on Van Jones, so I can't, gotta watch him. Plus, they've had me on in the past. True. So, I can't entirely abandon them, right? Video Gaming says, beautiful. That's all I remember. John never liked Dallas. Cowboy Wrestler will be 54 in September. Hey, so I got my little posse here. John Mark says, in the 60s, the Dallas Cowboys sucked. In the 80s, wait a minute, what? John Mark says, in the 80s, the Dallas Cowboys sucked. Starting in 83, they did. They did, yeah. Starting in 83, they went downhill. And they lost, I believe, according to Jerry Jones, $1 million a month. Something like that. Very sad, yeah. Predator Kingdom says, Cowboys were always on CBS, so it would be Dallas on Fridays and Cowboys on Sundays. Yeah, CBS, to some people, stood for Cowboys Broadcasting System. John Alcala says, more like the Incredible Hulk of the 70s with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Cowboy Wrestler says, didn't they show the Cowboy Stadium in the opening entrance of Dallas? Yeah, the Texas Stadium is what it was called. I've been there several times. Texas Stadium was a lot of fun. I miss it. They demolished it. They demolished Candlestick. Anyway, and they replaced it with whatever. Okay. John Mark says, Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Wasn't that cool? I gotta see if I can get some rights to play these things. Predator Kingdom says, yeah, they showed Texas Stadium in the Dallas opening. They did. And so he had, yeah. And then, Corey said, I'm still hoping it's a bad dream. And I wake up and the Raiders ain't going anywhere. It would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. Predator Kingdom says, anybody remember the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders movie on ABC with Jane Seymour? I do. Seriously. Malkinson says, video gamer girl, please read books. Rob Iman says, CNN, ABC News are my go-to stations. Video Gamer Girls 12 says, I read The Warriors by Aaron Hunter. Oh, what's that about? I'll have to look that one up. The Warriors by Aaron Hunter. Well, let's see. This is an internet age, right? By the way, my condolences to those suffering the fire in Yolo County. Warrior Cats. Oh, this is cute. You have to look at this, folks. This is Video Gamer Girl's favorite book. Look at this. See? Warriors. A series of novels published by HarperCollins. It's written by Arthur Kate Carey. Cherith Baldry and Toy Sutherland, with the plot developed by editor Victoria Holmes, collectively uses the pseudonym Aaron Hunter. Oh, it's a pseudonym. I didn't know that. So Aaron Hunter is actually Kate Carey, Cherith Baldry, and Ty Sutherland. I didn't know that. No idea. Warrior Cats, the official home of the Warrior books by Aaron Hunter. So there you go, Video Gamer Girl 12. So it looks like pretty cool. Bravo, bravo. See, we did learn something that you do. You said you had nothing for us, and we just all learned something. All right, we really did. Black Lion says I don't follow corporate news outlets. John Marks says that's because of the catch. Dwight Clark in the '87. Predator Kingdom says they used to call CBS, as I said, the Cowboys broadcasting system. Malcontent says he never watched Dallas or hardly any TV growing up. Joseph Binman says, I still watch CNN, but prefer MSNBC. Maddow and O'Donnell are doing a wonderful job of keeping Trump's feet to the fire. Yeah, did you see tonight's Rachel Maddow show? Ooh, doozy. John Mark says, don't demolish my Oakland Coliseum. Video Gamer Girl says, no, I wasn't born that day. I bought new ones. John Mark says, I love cats. Video Gamer Girl says, Omen of the Stars, The Fourth Apprentice. That's one of the books, I take it, right? To which John Mark says, cool, Video Gamer Girl 12. And Video Gamer Girl 12 shoots back, my first book I read was Tall Stars Revenge, 100% recommend. To which we'll check that out. You know, that'll be an interesting thing. We'll check it out now. Tall Stars Revenge. Hold on a second. Tall Stars Revenge, because we're learning a lot of stuff here. What is Tall Stars Revenge? This is Video Gamer Girl 12's night. There's Tall Stars. This is Tall Stars Revenge, folks. And she loves cats, okay? Boom. Right there. See, book preview. Tall Stars Revenge by Aaron Hunter. Remember, who actually 3 people, okay? And it's if we scroll here real quick, it just says as a young warrior, Tall Star's life is marred by a tragedy that fills his heart with bitterness. He sets off on a dangerous path in search of revenge, far outside the bounds of warrior code. Ooh, that's heavy, all right? That's far outside the bounds of warrior code. Ooh, 31 chapters. Video Gamer Girl tells us 31 chapters. How thick is this thing? My goodness, how thick? Let me get the image here. Tall Stars Revenge. It doesn't have a picture of the book. Oh, you know, I can just, of course, Tall Stars Revenge pages, right? Number of pages. Oh, she says it's pretty thick. Number of pages. Pretty thick, huh? It doesn't say page number here. Warriors Super Edition, 549 pages. Wow. And thereby obliterating the whole idea that the younger generation doesn't read. Sorry, Malcontent, I think you might want to apologize to Video Gamer Girl. 549 pages, that's substantial, okay? John Alexis says, do you really think Las Vegas Stadium will be ready in October 2020? And that gets me to this segment of the program. First of all, let's take a look at where we're at, right? As we go into Twitter and Raiders Stadium. I wrote, say, Raiders Stadium behind schedule. Hold on a second. What is this? I had something up here. Well, you know what I say about that one. Raiders Stadium construction. Okay. Oh, okay. Where we're at is the main entrance, the front entrance of the stadium is to be here. Okay. That bridge is Hacienda Boulevard. This bridge is Hacienda Boulevard. Okay. That's the Luxor. That's the Defano, and then of course that's Mandalay Bay over there, and this is the rest of the Las Vegas Strip, right? So this is a drone flyover. Where they are right now is, it may not look like it to you, but it's still a long way to go. The good news is that where they start, this is where they started, the north end, okay? So they're starting to build the structure here of, this is the main foundation. It's not even this is the main foundation here. So what they have to build is the structure 4 up, fill this out, but also they've got to, they have these pilings in. See how they have these pilings that are put in, right? But here and here, okay? So they haven't completed this area here. So they're building it almost as they go. This is a long way to go, but the good news is they have most of the bowl completed. And in terms of the depth, that's about it. But they still have to put in drainage. There's a lot that has to go in here, folks. Drainage, they have to put in, there's a kind of a covering that goes below this when you are building a foundation. So they are a long way away and then from being done with that. And when they clear all this out, they have to pour the concrete below that. So they're not going to leave this as it is, okay? They got to pour concrete here around this area. But what's in here, all right, this is all dirt. See that? That's all dirt and everything else. All right? And so, and it has to be, in this area here, has to be lowered even more for the field right there. And that doesn't begin to discuss all the other stuff around here. So they've got a long, long way to go. Now, here's the big news, all right? Here's the big news. The big news is right over here. Boom. Forecasters warn a wet monsoon season for southern Nevada. So, according to this was July 1st, updated July 2nd, right? It says forecasters are warning residents in southern Nevada about the potential for flash flooding this summer since the monsoon season is expected to be wetter than normal. National Weather Service meteorologist John Adair tells the Las Vegas Review-Journal that a new long-term forecast shows a seasonal rain and thunderstorms in the southwest are expected to be above average and that the Las Vegas Valley could receive about a third more rain than usual, okay? First Alert meteorologist Justin Bruce says that the Climate Prediction Center outlook for July, August, and September gives southern Nevada a 35% chance of average rainfall, 0.86 to 1.63 inches, and a 37% chance for above average rainfall, 1.63 or more. Las Vegas only saw 0.79 of rainfall during the 2017 monsoon season, which was below average. There is a 28% chance that the precipitation amounts will be below average this monsoon season, according to the Climate Prediction Center's latest forecast. All right. The Clark County Regional Flood Control District is in the middle of a project to install drainage tunnels in the North Valley that should help with any flooding. Yeah, but when are they going to finish them? The work is expected to be completed by December. It's one of 19 flood district projects under construction, about to start construction on or out for bidding, totaling nearly $115 million. But this is December of this year. All right? The date for these floods, July, August, and September of this year. So, I mean, come on, give me a break. That thing's not going to do anything, all right? It's not going to do a jack. So why do I point to that? Because of this, all right? Let's go back to our handy-dandy stadium drone video. Take a look at this, folks. Can you, okay, where's the water, when the water comes in here, where's it going to drain out to? Okay? It's going to be a big test for this thing. And remember, LA had its own floods, and it was delayed a year because of them. All right? Okay? Now, having said all that, I will say this. And I just have to really be 1,000,000% honest. Sorry, everybody, Corey. Damn, it's an exciting project. It really is an exciting project. I'm done with being upset about the Oakland issue because I've been upset about it so many ways from Sunrise. But it's an exciting project. So like I said, you know, it's not. I'm nothing against Las Vegas. Somebody written, you're a Las Vegas hater and all this. I'm not a Las Vegas hater. I'm a hater of this situation, and I believe that there should be a day in court or several days in court to really appropriately sort out the big mess that has been caused by the Oakland Raiders in trying to get what they do really richly deserve as a state-of-the-art stadium of their own that they play in and don't share with somebody else. And they're on their way to getting that, but I am quite concerned they can't afford it. So, you know, that, for those of you who are saying, God, man, I'm really sick, I just wanted something to stop this, folks, I don't know what's going to stop it. Well, I do know what's going to stop it per se, but I'm saying that you've got monsoon. Have a naming rights agreement at this stage. You don't have any announcement of business partnerships that gives anybody comfort to the idea the Raiders can really pull this thing off, okay? It's not there yet. I'm sure the Raiders are working on it day and night. It's not there. I understand they're doing quite well with season ticket deposits, but the deposits are only $100, folks. That's $100. What happens when they start running the credit cards? Just asking, all right? All that has to be put out there, okay? Now, Corey Brown says, will the NFL ever consider us again since they already believe Oakland couldn't come up with a stadium for the Raiders? I think, frankly speaking, if we have a regime that better understands economic development, and I've talked to Libby about this personally, yeah, and because we don't right now have a regime that, well, you know what? I stopped that for this reason. The A's are doing a fantastic job at advancing their new stadium initiative. So what we have in the A's that we didn't have in the case of the Raiders and we're Oakland is a committed sports organization. You see, when you have a committed sports organization committed to wanting to build a stadium in Oakland, you can do anything. The A's advance. Every time the A's advance, all right, it's a sign of what the Raiders could have done and did not do. Okay? It is a repudiation of the idea, as former Raiders executive and current Redskins president Bruce Allen told me, you can only build a stadium with public money. You can do it with private money. You need some, you know, entitlements for land and everything, but you can do it with private dollars, excuse me. All right? That's what's going on here. So, Black Lion correctly writes, Oakland had and still has a stadium plan. John Mark says, yeah, we're Bay Area natives, cowboy wrestler. And Malcontent says, Z, do you have any photos of the waterlogged construction site from when you were at CES? Photos? I've got a video. Hold on a second. Let me, glad you asked, Malcontent. I got more than photos, man. I got, yeah. The bottom line is, yeah, I got it. I'm just going to plug in the speaker here, and which I'm going to do momentarily as soon as I can figure out which, oh boy, which doodad I'm going to unplug here. I think I'll unplug that one. Okay, there's that. And then, now that that's plugged in, I've got to find the stadium. Now, somebody might say, why didn't you just have this plugged in before? And it's because there are times, you know, I have it plugged in, I never use it, right? Anyway, it's plugged in. Now, I have it plugged in, I never use it, right? You hear that? Okay, so let's get to what Malcontent was talking about, which is Zenny 62 YouTube, not Luxor, what was it? High roller flood. I think it was high. It was at the high roller. The flood was at the high roller. Beneath it. And let's see here. That's not it. YouTube, Las Vegas. How about flood? Got it. Las Vegas Link parking lot flooded with water. Found it, malcontent. As Roland Atkinson might say, brace yourselves. Okay. Hold on a second. All right. Hold on a second. All right, here we go. Okay. There we go.
Look at this, folks. This is water coming down. It's raining. See that water over there, folks? Yeah, right. That's water coming down. Oh, good. Look at that. This is under the link, folks. Yeah. Link parking lot. Looking about there. See? This is in a floodplain like the Raiders Stadium land is. And we haven't had that much rain, only what, a day of rain? Less than that, right? And not hard, and we get that. No. All night. All night, yeah, but all night. Okay. Look here, right over here. Look at this, folks. And I thank my cab driver for doing that. He made a special Yui around. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, so there is another one I have of the stadium grounds during that same time, which was also wet. So I'm going.
Sriracha pecans, candied pecans.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go back to that one and find that. And let's see, Las Vegas, YouTube, Raiders, construction, and construction update. Trying to think if that's the one. Yeah, that's it. Las Vegas Stadium construction update. This is the update version.
I am live looking at you on that.
Let's see here. That's nope. That's
people who are involved.
That's not the one. Oakland Raiders Las Vegas Stadium construction, March 6th. Let's see here. There were two of them. All right, let's try this one. There was one.
I found ZipRecruiter. They figured out hiring. I post my job. They put it up.
Bad.
Hey folks, this is part 2 of my video. That was part 1. I was pointing out over here.
Okay. Site
Just
tour
beyond those
log. I
pipes.
get it.
You can see it clearly in the first video here. This wet area. There's a wet area
Okay.
here, okay? There's a wet area.
1 second. Let's vlog 1. Yeah, vlog 1. Got it. Vlog 1.
I found ZipRecruiter. They
Right
figured out
here.
hiring. I post my job.
Let me
They put it all.
take you through what I've got. Okay. This is March 5th. That was vlog. Well, this is during March. The first one was actually that I did was in January. This one. This is when it rained. January 9th, okay? That one.
Lighten up your intense game night with Ritz Crispin Thins.
Hey folks, we're at Tropicana in Dean Martin. It is Tuesday, January 9th. It's raining, and we're going right over to the Raiders Stadium land, or what's to be the Raiders Stadium land. Well, it actually is because they own it. But the Las Vegas Stadium Authority doesn't own it yet. We're going to see what this looks like in the rain. And we're on, this is Dean Martin. That's I-15 over there. Motel 6 down the road. And keep going. Yeah, keep going. We're way up there.
Look at that water, folks.
Russell Road right here, folks, coming up. Okay. Yeah, so it's past Russell Road here. That's the ramp. That's Mandalay Bay over there. Stop right here. This way. Get out right here. Keep it running. Be right back. So, oops. Oh, umbrella opened on me. Hold on a second. Here. Whoop. That one. All right. I'll leave you a sec. Okay, it's raining, folks, and not only that, the umbrella got stuck in the car here. I'm going to have to put this down like so. Put this umbrella like that. All right, put that like that. Bring this up again, like so. Sorry about that, folks. And then raise the umbrella. There it is. Woo! Okay. It's wet. Look at that. Look at that water. Look at this. That's the property. Okay? That's where they're, this is the property. That's where they've got the trucks out there, but nothing's happening yet. But you can see how the water is kicking up and how where the water is developing here. See that? Along here. See that?
Oh, I just want to make an observation, folks. That's not monsoon weather. What is forecast to come is monsoon weather. So this is January. Think about what you're seeing now. Add to that what I told you, what I showed you the forecast was for monsoon, July, August, September. All right.
Okay. And obviously they've stopped working because it's raining. All right. Now what they're supposed to be doing is putting caliche, explosives down there to explode the caliche. They're not doing that. This is unexpected rain. So we're gonna go back in the car and we'll go around the block. We're gonna look. Look at that puddle. Look at that water. Yes, that is wet. Have a look. Football field over there. The Raiders are coming sign is gone. There's out there. These are the offices they have set up there. Okay, that's the Morse group. by, this is Fairfield Inn, that's the Staybridge Suites, that's the Holiday Inn Express, so these are the hotels that are nearby, closest. Yeah, the rain started, yesterday, right? Yeah. Sunday? Yeah. Hey, thanks for this, I appreciate it. It's a great Lyft driver, is helping me out. No problem. So, folks, this is not construction, okay? They started construction. First of all, the Raiders own the land, but the stadium authority does not, so there's no bond issue that has been let. There's no money for construction, all right? All there's money for is, exploding caliche. But the lion's share of the money that they need, the 150 plus million, 200 million, 350 million, comes with the bond issue, okay? And the Bank of America loan. None of which has happened because the Raiders have not still signed non-relocation agreement. See, it says Las Vegas Stadium employee parking and then loan permits by Lone Mountain Excavation Utilities. 702-835 Dust. That's Clark County Department of Air Quality Management. Dust control matters, that's what you call. They got their permit. That's the sign. There's a Chevron across the street there. That's the Mandalay Bay and the Delano hotels. That's the Luxor. New York and Western buildings. Las Vegas Strip. Close this street starting January 15th. They're reporting Polaris to be closed. I assume for some reason associated with construction. Or land, I should say land prep. There I go again, construction. Land prep. I want you to look at the water here. See that? Look at the water. Look at that. All over this place. Look at that. Look at that. You see, that earth-moving equipment is not to put a foundation, and that's just. You see, it's blasting today. So they're blasting Kalish, or they plan to. All right, that's Mortensen McCarthy. So they've got quite literally blast the cliche, and how much of that is under there? Wow. Now, it's like you've got interesting little development here. Look at this. Oh, you can keep going. I'm not going to get up. Thank you. This is good. You can see there's nobody at work today. It's a weekday. It's Tuesday. January 8th, a rain day. See that? Okay. And again, it's rained for well over 24 hours. And you can see now some of the moving equipment. Right, not this one. Just stop right here. See how see the water's developed around there? Let me zoom in on those guys. See that? See that? See how the water's developing around them? Keep going. And under us, we're in water, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in water.
We're in water. We are driving on water right now.
At least an inch.
At least an inch of water right now. Did you hear that?
he said we were in at least an inch of water. And again, that's January 9th of this year, not a monsoon. Okay?
And that's even with the drainage that we're passing. So you got some under. That's the channel, all right? See that channel there? Even with the drainage system that's in, this parts of this street are flooded. Okay? This is Polaris that I'm on. Not so flooded that obviously it's impassable, otherwise you wouldn't be able to drive.
I know, almost wrapping up video. You haven't seen the video though yet, until now, right? Just saying.
It was introduced by the Raiders. We are on the Raiders land, stadium land. Take a look at it. And this rebar that is not. None of this is for the stadium foundation. This is just for land prep, folks, and for getting the land ready. All right, that's what this is. There you go. Stadium entrance would be there. But you see how this looks, and really, frankly speaking, how small the property really is. Hey, thanks. Thank you so much. There it is, folks.
Okay, so there you go. And video gamer girl, that is, if you haven't seen it before, that's the stadium property, and that's what it looks like, or looked like when it rained during CES. And again, that rain lasted maybe a day and a half, okay, and that was it. But these monsoons are set to be basically double that. In fact, the question is, or should be, what was the, what was the rain condition? Let me see here. Las Vegas rain January 2018. Las Vegas rain January 2018 inches. I'll let you know January 9th, okay? See, Las Vegas at that point had received its first rain in 116 days, all right? And that was January 8th and January 9th. That was January 8th and January 9th. I went over, as you can see, to the stadium, okay? So that was 116 days. So that's about to change. And it said that Monday's dry spell snapping drizzle will give way to heavier and widespread rain in the Las Vegas Valley on Tuesday. The National Weather Service said there may be even a few rumbles of thunder in there as well. And it said that most parts of the valley got at least several hundredths of an inch of rainfall Monday, with heavier rain occurring along the valley's western edge. Now, that, okay, is teensy compared to the monsoon that's expected. We're talking about almost 2 inches of rain, not as is reported here, and this is what, several hundredths of an inch. No, okay? So if they got just, the valley, they say, usually gets 4.2 inches of rain per year, but 2017 only brought 2.4 inches. They're about to get a lot more rain than that. And as you can see, the rain that came down in this case, it was, it wasn't a lot by conventional standards, but it was enough to cause the wetness that you saw. So again, and I ask, hey, if you're going to be in Vegas in late July, get over to the stadium. If it rains, get over to the stadium and make a video. Make a video anyway, but just get over to the stadium and, stay off the property. You can make a video from the grounds across the street or whatever. Better yet, stay in a car and do it that way so that, no one's like, hey. But, chances are, I think, if it rains, they're not going to be policing the area. They're probably going to be where it's dry. And how can they police the area anyway? It's public land, all right? If you're on the street, you go across the street, You can film it. You stay on the sidewalk there. That's public space. You can film whatever you want to, wherever you want to. Nobody can push you off of there, okay? You have the right to film. Just take a few seconds and be on your way. Don't stay out there for like a whole lot of time. Tell the story of what's really going on, because there are too many people who don't want to tell the full picture of what's happening. It's not that they don't want to. We don't want to see that it happens. It's just that we want to. My point of this whole thing, we want to tell the truth. And I said from the beginning, this was done in haste. It was done in too fast. The planning side of me, the building side of me thinks this is cool, but also it was done way just too quickly and in this piecemeal fashion. Like, oh, we'll get this part right, and then we get this little part right, and then we'll get that little part right, and then boom, okay? Vegas fast is all I call it. Vegas fast can sometimes be Vegas dangerous. Anyway, Malcontent says, I got Malcontent's request, and where am I here? All right. I'll go back. I'll just scroll down to where you guys are right now, okay? Tom Caller. Tom says, Raiders swimming pool. I like it. Yeah, that's certainly what it looks like, Tom. Raiders swimming pool. It really does look like that, doesn't it? Imagine what monsoon rains will bring. Monsoon. My gosh. Monsoon rains. By the way, it's 1:48. I'm going to stop at 2 o'clock. Monsoon rains. Monsoon. Let's see here. Monsoon. By the way, like I said, this is a triple investment night. I'm writing triple invest there. Okay, boom. All right. Rob Ivan says an arc is coming to Vegas. Video Gamer Girl says, as long as there isn't a tsunami, I'm fine because I've got fear of the ocean. Malcontent says, Corey Brown, blame Mark Davis and Mark Bourdain in the city of Oakland more than Las Vegas. Mark Davis never negotiated with Oakland in good faith. Malcontent is right. Cowboy Wrestler writes, I haven't been to Vegas since 1997, so I really don't know what it's like now. You should go. You should definitely go, all right? John Alcala says, wouldn't surprise me at all if the stadium is not ready for the 2021 season. I've heard that before, too. And Video Gamer Girl says, so LA, you guys are kind of lucky. Video Gamer Girl says, in Arizona, it's hot. We got double digits here. What? In double digits, you mean triple digits? I mean triple, right? And Vegas does have some good things going, as John Marks pointed out. And Cowboy Wrestler says, my point is that Davis never sat at the negotiating table with Oakland. That's true. He never sat at the negotiating table in Oakland to really do a deal. It was more to say, hey, what you don't have. He had already made up his mind by the time he sat down with the mayor and folks 2 falls ago. He had already made up his mind to go to Vegas. In his head, he was gone, okay? The rest was foolery. They had no intention of taking seriously anything Oakland did. None. And Corey Brown says Nevada tampered because they knew Oakland was trying to negotiate. Nevada did tamper. That's just the face of it, okay? And John Marks is talking about starting his radio station in Vegas. Malcontent says they're going to be flooded at the construction site. Yes, absolutely. They are going to be flooded. Because considering what that looked like then, right? It wasn't the bowl. It wasn't this basic catch spill for water that can fill up, absent, and it's not there, a drainage system. So, Video Gamer Girl says, well, it's still going to be wet there in Arizona. And Video Gamer Girl says that it's double digits. You mean triple digits? Triple digits, triple. Video Gamer Girl says 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Woo, doggy. 106. Black Lion Supreme says, you put your best people forward in any project. And Oakland didn't do that concerning the Raiders, and that's true. And I'm told by certain people that the mayor, who do know, the mayor didn't want that. That's sad. And that's the other thing, too. The fact that Oakland's really gotten its act together in this also makes you ask the question, gee, where was Oakland? Why didn't Oakland do that for the Raiders? As much as the Raiders didn't act in good faith, the mayor didn't put forward her best effort. But with Dave Cavall, his smiles and everything, let me show you what I'm talking about, okay? Let me show you what I'm talking about. You'll see. If you haven't seen this, you'll see it now. And, oh, by the way, if you haven't seen the newest entry in the Zenny62 blog sphere, bam! Oakland News Now. There's DeMarcus Cousins. Okay. And what I'm looking for, hey, by the way, Rudy Ray Moore, Dolomite. And hey, don't forget to check out, if you have a chance, too, the Vrypack backpack, which is right here. Vrypack dish material. All right, just saying. Now, where is it? Let's see here. And scroll. Boom. Scroll. Here we go. Mayor Schaaf, major step toward A's ballpark. AB 734 Sequa Oakland Sports and Mixed Use Project. All smiles. Look at that. See that? Look how happy she is. See? With A's president Dave Cavall, who's also with Rob Bonta, our California Assemblyman, doing good work in Sacramento. All right? All smiles, okay? I have not, in a long time, seen her in any photograph with Mark Davis like that. None. Okay? Just saying. None. So check out oaklandnewsnow.com. Oh, by the way, show you a little trick. Speaking of oaklandnewsnow.com, if you go to oaklandnewsnow.com, all right, look at this, okay? Look at this, all right? Go to Oakland News Now. You want to see what's going on with the live stream? Scroll down. There's an E62 live stream, right? There it says LeBron, right? You can just press this button and look what happens. That's LeBron James. And, I thought it was going to, I thought I had this set up to show the live stream, the live stream. I got to straighten that out. Those are recorded live streams, okay? So, I think the other way to do that is, see if I do this one. Nope, that's it. Or just click on this, go to the YouTube channel right there. And voila, okay? I'll fix that. Let me click on that. So that'll take us to this. Click on that. So that'll take us to this. Click on that. But that's how you get there, okay? Click on that. But I'll set that up so you can get to the main live stream page. You don't have to fish around. But the videos are there, all right? You can see. You can definitely see that. But I wonder, though, I thought I had that set up on Zenny62 that way. Let me see here, Zenny Z62. I thought I had it set up so that if I clicked on it, let me see if I go live there, and it's recorded. Okay. Yeah, I've got to work on the coding for that because it's not what I want it, where I want it to be, so that it's truly showing you the live picture. Okay, so that'll be my next project. There. All right. Now getting back to you right now. Always work to do, isn't there? Ms. Zeitgeist says, I just found out the last time there were 5 NBA All-Stars on one team was 1976 Celtics, who were the champs that year. Wow. Yeah, the Warriors have 5 of the 24 NBA All-Stars on one team. That's crazy, all right? John Mark says, I have you on Google. Oh, really? Hey, John, hold on a second. You have me on Google? Wait. Did you do a search? How did you search? You mean if you just type Zenny62 and it came up live? Tell me how you did that. Video Gamer Girl says, I have parakeets. They are in their cage. It's nice not outside. Aw. Oh, you have no Oakland News Now on Google. Okay. I thought you were trying to say that you have the live stream one, because there is a way. For example, if I wrote Zenny62 on YouTube, right? If I wrote that, there's a way to have it come up. Let's see here. Zenny62. Just type just Zenny62, right? And I thought there was a way to show it live. It doesn't show that live through Chrome. Zenny62 Live, Comic-Con, AA. Thought it did that. Zenny62 Live. Let's see here. Live stream. Okay, live stream Bourdain. No. Okay, that's not live. Let me try something else here. Let me try copying this full stop. And going here to paste. Like that. And that is, nope, not quite there. Okay, got some work to do, folks. What I want is for the live stream of this show to come up right on the blog page, and maybe have it so that it auto plays and it's live, you know. So some work to do. All right. Let's see. And Predator Kingdom writes, man, the Jets need to move back to Queens, where most of the fan base is at. It's straight trash that they're the second tenants of the Giants at MetLife. It is. It quite is. Hey, it is 2 o'clock. I'm gonna tomorrow, Tuesday, another big day. Video Gamer Girl says, Z, you are great at what you do, and when I'm older, I hope I can do a PayPal. Yeah, you got it. No, hey, you know what? You just put this on Facebook, or just spread it around. That's fantastic. I have a question for you all before I sign out. Would you all show up if I did a live show someplace? Because I want to change the demographic. I feel like I'm not hitting the YouTube demographic where people have these thousands of people. I'm wondering if I did a live show, who would show up, right? What do you think? Good night, Cowboy Wrestler. What do you think? Video Gamer Girls, no way, too young. Okay, except for you, Video Gamer Girl. What do you? What does everybody else think? Red Lion Supreme says, watch Ash versus Evil Dead. Ah, I wonder if they're going to be at Comic-Con. And Comic-Con's coming up, but you know what, though? Wow, can't afford to go to Comic-Con yet. Unless someone wants to sponsor and you have a business that is out there. I mean, the one thing that I can say now that I couldn't say last year is that the ability to put out a message in different perspectives, in other words, in terms of platforms, better than ever. Blogs, YouTube, Google News, Google Alerts, social media. Wow. I've covered all bases finally. I love this. Love this. Rob Hyman says, too poor for Comic-Con. John Mark says, don't forget San Diego Comic-Con. I'm credentialed. I've got my credential. I brought it with me. I'm credentialed. For the 10th straight year? Yeah, I'm credentialed. Got mine. It's press. And so if you go to Oakland News Now and do a search for Comic-Con, you can see the content I have up all there already. All right? John Mark says, did you get my memo on James Curriesy? No! Would you please send it again? I apologize. This has been a weird day. A very weird day. John Collins says, I would attend, but I live in El Paso, Texas. Hey, that's not stopping many thousands of people. I'm sure there's someone from El Paso that's attending San Diego Comic-Con, John. Maybe you guys can share a room. I shared a room once, twice actually. Among the best experiences I've had. And I, as a guy who's used to having his own room, I had trepidations. Actually, no, with Amanda, I had a fantastic time. I had a fantastic time as well with my friend who covers Renona Earp, and that was some fun times too, and to say the least. And we really had a blast. Kevin, myself, and Kevin Bouchelder. That was fantastic, and a couple of Ball brothers, and just fun thing, fun stuff. All right. John Mark says, anyone wants to share on expenses, let me know. I didn't expect to be this far with my media. Like I said, I'm light years ahead this year of where I was a year ago. So the investment is even more well worth spent. All right. Okay, it is 2:04. Tom Comic-Con is great fun. Love you all. Thank you. As you guys make this fun. See you all tomorrow. Watch horror films. Hey, by the way, guess what panel is going to be at Comic-Con? Do you remember Unbreakable from 2001? Glass. Yeah, Unbreakable, then Split, right? You haven't seen Split, see it. Glass is going to be at Comic-Con. Bruce Willis, James McAvoy, Samuel L. Jackson. Ooh, the Glass panel. All right, thank you, my John Marks. I'll see you guys. And you know what? Speaking of which, I'm going to get this one. I'm going to try to get this to make it happen, and then I'll tell you once I made it happen. All right? I'll see you guys. Good night. All right, see ya. You'll be on August. What? We'll talk later. See ya.